Hello, 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 everybody. What's going down? Today is Monday. Yep. It's Monday again and again. It's Monday again. July 17th, 2023. My name is SonjaMarie. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Please, if any of this information resonates with you, share it. I press the like button, the thumbs up, all of that stuff. Stay on here and leave a comment or whatever and let us know how you feel. And if you are returning, so grateful for you. You know I am. You know I is. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you being around and assisting a sister. And your assistance is this listening to what it is that's coming through me so I don't feel so dosh gone crazy sometimes. And the Cookie Monster voice kind of messed up my throat right there. But thank y'all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. There is a Venmo, a PayPal, and a Cash App link below in the description box. So if any of this information resonates for any of y'all, please donate to the channel. Or again, at the very least, subscribe and share this information. I'd really appreciate it. There's a slew of wonderful people that are on YouTube. And then there's some people that are not so savory as well, but there's a slew of wonderful people that are doing their best to help to change up the vibration of this world. And I know for sure, I am one of them. So when you support and when you donate and when you share, it's a big deal of getting information out and spreading information. If just a little bit, it can help change somebody's life. It can help change somebody's perspective about a day. You understand? And make you prosper in ways in which you never thought you would. Yo, I don't have time for this little small talk situation because there's way too much information I want to talk about. And I really don't want to make this a 3-hour reading or 3-hour broadcast for sure. And I'm not going to be on here for a little while. I may come on Friday real quick. I kind of thought about that. I may come on Friday, but after that, it's going to be at least a week and a half in which I won't see you. So I'm going to give y'all a bunch of info today. You ready? First and foremost, though, since this is live, let me say what's happening to the people as they rolling on in. What's up, KB? Good to see you, too. What's up, Trina? How you doing? I wish you was going to Costa Rica, honey. We're going to miss you. Sweet Tea is here. Miss Lady J. Irene. Miss Lady J said, I'm early. I'm here. Irene Schaefer, what's happening? Yes, y'all. To the beach, y'all. Superhero Huff. Hello. D's Delectable and Rabbi Rob. What up, boy? How you doing, fam? Miss A is here. Hi, Miss Alicia Jackson. Robin, what up with you, Monica over there? And Desiree Nicia, that beautiful name again. And today's vibe. Peace to you. I appreciate y'all all just rolling through. Let people know that your girl is on. I'm a little earlier today than normal, but at least in my mind, I am. But because I'm so excited, to be quite honest with you, I'm really excited. And by the way, peace to all the people that are going to Costa Rica. I can't wait. This week, I'm sorry, y'all, excuse me. This week, I'm really getting ready. Oh, pardon me. Hold on. Stop that thought. Whew. That was a nice little throat chakra takeover. I am getting ready, like nervously and happily and all kind of leaves. Like I'm such a Cancer. I'm really a Cancer. I set things up and I get things going because Cancers are leaders. We are cardinal signs alongside Aries, Libra, and Capricorn. So as the leader, I'm getting things together and I'm feeling really good about it. But at the same time, I'm hella fucking nervous. I'm like, oh my God, what do we forget this? And what do we have to do this? It's like the mama in me. But to be truthful with you, I love the feel. It's like getting on stage, just about to get on stage, and you're like, oh my God, I'm gonna forget the word in 3, 2, 1. You gotta like show up. Maybe that's the Leo in me. You got to show up. I'm just saying, I'm so excited and I can't wait to see you all in Costa Rica. We are leaving this weekend. So I'm going to prep y'all for an awesome week that's coming down. Yo, you already know. If you have any questions, and please, and very please put a question mark in front of the sentence as well as behind it. Especially today, because for some reason I got some film over my eyes. and I'm having a hard time seeing things clearly right now. So please and very please put a question mark in the front and behind the sentence so I can read your question. I missed a couple of questions on a Freestyle Friday, so I want to make sure that I get it. Okay, all right. Yeah, are y'all ready? Let's talk about this week. First and freaking foremost, did you know, before I even get into the week, did you know that the North Node is switching vibrations? Maybe you did because you study astrology and you've picked that up from other websites or books or whatever. And maybe you didn't because I haven't mentioned it. Actually, it snuck up on a sister. Today, the North Node is weaseling out of Taurus. And remember, the North Node goes backwards as opposed to the planets going counterclockwise in a sense in your chart. If you know your natal chart and if you can see your natal chart, it goes counterclockwise as opposed to the North Node, and a couple of the asteroids go clockwise, right? So it goes backwards and it's almost always in retrograde. The North Node is. However, that's why it's going from Taurus back into Aries, backing up, which the next one will be what? Pisces, that's for sure. Just taking a moment to teach, right? So we have backed up into Aries at 29 degrees Aries at North Node. Now pause. Let me explain what the North Node is. The North Node is all about purpose. The North Node is the driving force, right? Yeah, we have all of these particular planets and and our moon connecting with our earth and our emotional abilities on a daily basis, right? However, there's always one entity, and it's literally a coordinate in the sky. It's one entity that drives the whole thing based on our moon, by the way. The North Node is directed by our moon's orbit. So the bottom line is that the North Node is always telling everybody where to go, and it's pulling us into a direction in which all the other planets, all the other meanings, all the other breakdowns has to answer to that North Node. Does that make sense to everybody? Because I'm about to lay down layers and upon layers and upon layers of information. So I want to make sure that you are with me at each and every juncture, each and every layer, okay? And if you're not, please ask the question quick and ask it fully, because it's a delay on this gosh darn thing, and you may be saying, what's that about? And I'll go, I have no idea what you're talking about because that was 3 minutes ago. You get what I'm saying? So make sure your questions are complete because I want to assist. The North Node has changed direction on us, y'all. So let's step back up, because I'm a crab, for a quick second, right? And see and review what that North Node in Taurus was about. That North Node in Taurus is all about getting the quality of life in which you need. Bottom line, point blank, period. It's a lot of description behind the North Node in Taurus, but I'm going to leave it just like that for time's sake. I want y'all to raise your hand, say yes, y'all, whatever it is that you want to say in regards to quality of life. Have you been concentrating? Honestly, answer yourself and me, please. And among yourself. Have you been concentrating in the last year and a half on improving your quality of life? Now, you may say that's a general question. We're always trying to improve our lives. That's evolution, isn't it? Well, yes. It is evolution. But at the same time, when it comes to North Node in Taurus, in which we've experienced in the last year and a half, it's about monetary gain, monetary improvement. It's about being practical and being methodical and improving your life based on systems, based on thoughts, based on structures of you getting to where you need to go to improve your life. Does this make sense to everybody? It's very, very specific, although it may sound general as heck. So y'all with me? Yes, y'all? All right. There's a couple of people. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. So now that we are transforming, transforming and transmuting and transitioning, all of them trans words, into the North Node in Aries, it's about taking that quality. Thank y'all for answering. And right, Vaughn, word up, word life. Right? It's about taking that quality of life that we just been inducted with and moving forward in a North Node Aries style on some self-centered ish. I'm grown, some self-centered shit on the real. How are we going to utilize the quality that we just developed? The things and the money, the strategy, I'm so excited, like I can't even calm down. I need to breathe. How are we going to take that and apply it in a space in which works best for us? Now, you may say, well, that's what's improving our quality of life, right? Yeah, but check out the layers. In Taurus, we had to adjust some things. We had to move some things. We had to be careful about some things. We had to be stubborn about some things. We had to create our boundaries. We had to create our restrictions. You understand what I'm saying? In order for us to be able to get to this place, this North Node in Aries, to say, and this is how I'm going to utilize this new quality of living for myself. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, mistake. For myself. Also, how am I going to become more independent of my partnerships, of people, but especially of those that are one-on-one? That could be your spouse, your boyfriend, or your girlfriend, your business partnerships. How am I going to induct this new idea of living, North Node Taurus, into myself in regards to my partners? Example, like, how am I going to show up with this new quality of life saying, I like to do X, Y, and Z now, babe, to your honey, to your boss. I like to do it like this now because I've been learning that I can only handle X, Y, and Z. I've been learning that I'd rather be on the East Coast than the West Coast to do this. I've been learning. It took me about 1.5 years to figure out like what I can take, what I can emotionally hold on to, what are the people and the things that, again, all the boundaries and the restrictions that I can't. So as a new person, as a new identity, North Node, Aries is about identity. As a new identity, I have to, for a second, break away from my partner, not break up, break away to see myself. To say, you know what, I've learned some things about me and the quality that I want to live in my life. And now I have to go and get that thing. Now I have to be about me and getting that thing. It has no thought of cutting people off when it comes to the partner that I'm speaking of, right? Has no indication of like stopping relationships. Sometimes that could be really drastic. And oftentimes when we respond from emotions, they're drastic emotions. Fuck that shit. I won't be with him no more, Sonya. I just won't be with him. I can just be real self-centered and be by myself. Well, yeah, that could work. Especially if that person is not who you're supposed to be with, right? Like time's up. You understand what I mean? Like you learned your lesson. You've been in the season with them. If you can clearly say that's true, and that's how you feel, then all right, more power to you, right? Hopefully it's amicable and you can part ways and go on about your way. However, some never please and very, very please, especially as I go into these other layers. This may be a long broadcast, y'all. Especially as I go into these other layers, don't be so quick to like stop everything just because of you. The bottom line is that when it comes to North Node and Aries, it absolutely is about becoming self-centered and independent in order to bring information back to the collective, in order to bring information back to your partnership, in order to show a different perspective. Yes, y'all. Does that make sense? That makes me high. It makes me high and it makes me like open up really, really bright, because this is kind of what I've been saying in the last couple of weeks, in the last couple of months. Like, to be truthful with you, like, how is this Aquarius information going to come in, new age, right? Of Aquarius coming in to teach us. Well, this is how it's teaching us to be a community. First of all, we got to learn ourselves. And then we bring it back to the community. First, we got to learn ourselves, and then we can bring it back to our marriage. Then we can bring it back to our connection, our business relationships, our co-workers, or whatever the case may be, right? It's very, very difficult knowing who you are. I mean, I talk about this almost always in different facets, but at every corner, it's you. I just posted that on Instagram with Teddy Pendergrass. You can't hide from yourself. What is it? Everywhere you go, boom, there you are. I can tell you that you can't hide. Sorry if I'm off the note a little bit, but I'm trying to recollect it. Teddy, I miss Teddy Pendergrass. Squirrel, he was my first chocolate crush, y'all. Did you know? Damn, I used to love that man. I would see him, and my grandmother would see him on TV and be like, Ooh, he's nice looking. Right? Right, sweetie? You can't hide from yourself. Greetings to you, little feather hummingbird. Everywhere you go, boom, boom, there you are. So that's what that North Node is saying. In Aries, you can't hide from you. So how you gonna get this thing together? Now, stay with that. Stay with the North Node. You got that visual? You got that understanding? Ask questions if you don't. Please, please, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. I need y'all to get every layer of this. I'm treating y'all like family that you are. Get every layer of this. Imagine you have this North Node leading us all, saying what? Like I just said, let me look at some notes that I have over here. Saying what? Be with yourself. Learn yourself. Learn how to overcome codependent situations by knowing who you are and then bringing that back to the partnership, right? Also, about your identity. This North Node, this North Node, I kind of touched upon that, but let me go a little further. This North Node in Aries is like, yo, it's about time for you to see you. Pause and squirrel, but not really. Are you the type of person that feels like every time you do something adventurous or local or go out to a club or whatever the case may be, it's always somebody else's opinion or idea or suggestion? I know that's a really interesting question, but I really want you to go deep in that within yourself. Are you the person that says, hey, everybody, I found this scuba diving class that we should go to, and here's all the information, and the leader to the thought and to the follow-up, and make sure that you get it done? Are you that person? Or are you the person that feels like I'm sitting here waiting for people to tell me what to do? Whether it's fun, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, I'm just going to react to what comes into my life. That's a real motherfucking question. Are you the type of person that sits where you are or walks slowly and says, I'm going to react to the things that come into my life so I can play it safe? Motherfuckers play it safe by doing just that. And then what happens is that if they don't agree with what it is the leaders around them prompt them to do, they sit in critical mode. Oh, I don't want to do that. And X, Y, and Z does that. And blah, 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 blah. Oh, I don't want to do that. Blah, blah, X, Y, and Z does that. The North Node and Aries says, you know what? Bunk all that. Do what you want to do. Find out what you want to do. Sit back and go, you know what? I never really liked going to the movies every Saturday with him. I really didn't. So I'm going to find something else to do on Saturdays. I mean, it was cool to do because I spend time with them, but let me initiate Aries, initiation. Let me initiate some fun things to do for the partnership or for me and my friend. Does this make sense to y'all? Y'all with me? I really want y'all to hear this. This is very important. And there's not going to be a lot of people that admit that they are the type of person that allow people to control their lives and thus become critical about some shit and thus start blaming people. I don't expect y'all to agree, but I do know that you may feel that sometimes. And it may do its best to aggravate and or what's the word I'm really looking for? Explain the trauma that you go through. That's a whole nother motherfucking layer. How many times we sit back waiting for people to do things so we can sit back and say, well, this is why I can't do it because of the way you treated me. Blaming. You get what I'm saying? It's a hard trigger, but I want y'all to look at that, especially in meditation, all right? So here we have this North Node, again, telling us to maintain a different identity, create a different identity. What do you want to do in your life? You initiate that joint. Right? Also, to be independent in doing it. It's a difference. The identity is one thing, and then you got to do it. Then you got to spark it, right? And also, thirdly, bringing that back, bringing any discoveries or new ideas or open-heartedness, compassion back to your partnership to say, listen, look at what I learned. Look at the information that I learned. This is who I've become. To basically create our partnership to be better than it was a year ago. Are y'all hearing me right now? Ooh, I'm so excited. Ooh, I'm so excited. So here we have this North Node sitting in position. And there's a whole lot more information that I can tell you, but I won't because it's going to be a 9-hour motherfucking rundown and I'm not doing it. But you can Google North Node in Aries. And actually, by the way, let me say this before I forget, it ends January 12th. Oh, that's my grandmother's Earth Day. It ends on January 12th, 2025. Wait, what? Yes. All North nodes stay in a particular vibration in a particular sign at least for a year and a half. So you got a year and a half, just like you have with Taurus and the ones that were prior and the ones that are coming up. You have a year and a half to get this thing right and follow the leader. Rakim, I say peace. You get that? Do you get that? Following the leader, following you as the leader, you to become your own leader. Now, understand this week with this North Node switching up again. I got layers. Hold on, we didn't even get into the week, y'all. With this week is with the North Node switching up, is going to affect all the cardinal signs, by the way. Cancer's gonna have a problem with it. Capricorn's gonna have a problem with it. Libra will roll with it because it's the opposite. It won't be as detrimental. But Cancer and Capricorn is a square to this Aries energy. Now, understand the square. Understand, and I'm gonna tell you something about another square, but understand the squares, Capricorn energy, which is sun sign, moon, and rising in Capricorn, and then sun sign, moon, and rising in Cancer, affecting this North Node, right? There's an adjustment that needs to happen with these people and this type of energy. Why? Is because, again, it's square. So it's prompting you, it's promoting you to look at things differently. It's prompting you to, the Cancer anyway, to not be as family orientated, but use that as a grain of salt. With a grain of salt, meaning take that with a grain of salt, meaning that there's some new moon Cancer shit that's starting today. So I have to get into that. But in regards to this North Node in Aries, Cancer energy is like, oh, does that mean I can't rely on my family? Does that mean I have to be so singular and so independent that, I can't rely on the past and what happens and the triggers and the traumas? I can't blame anybody. I can't complain. I can't be overly emotional. Again, there's a challenge with that. It's not to say you can't, but you got to find a way to match that up with what this North Node in Aries is trying to say. North Node in Aries says, yo, I get you want to go in that Cancer bag real quick and that Cancer feels real quick, but we still going forward. We still going forward. I need you to pay attention. We still going forward. To that Capricorn energy, it's like the Capricorn energy, sun, moon, and rise, going against this North Node that's happening right now. These are people with sun, moon, and rise in Capricorn will feel like, can we keep it practical? Can we keep it under control? Can we keep all of this individuality under control? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes that Aries energy, and this is where I big up Aries energy. Sometimes that Aries energy is like, you know what? Fuck all y'all. I'm out of here. I'm out of here because you're whack, you're weird, you're doing some shit that I don't want to do anymore, and I got to kick it off. Now, whether it's, let me say that again, whether it's immature, whether it's juvenile, whether it's crass in Aries ways, right? Whether it's really blunt and it's kind of out there, it is what it is. But sometimes you need some shit to stir the pot, shake it up, break it down, break it out in order for some new information to come on in. Are y'all with me? I swear I got so much to talk about. I don't even know where else to go. So here we go. A lot. North Node in Aries. Bust it. Catherine has a question. Thank you very much for doing the red question marks. If your natal North Node is in Aries, should we expect this time to test our individuality? It's not about a test. I hate individual questions. Hate is a strong word. I do not like individual questions in regards to everybody's chart. But to answer that very, very briefly, it falls in line with who you are. So it's not about a challenge. It's about you knowing that this is where you need to go in order to pick up your own life. What you need to find out, to be honest with you, and this is why I dislike reading individual charts, because I don't know where that North Node for you lands. So that means whatever house your North Node is in is what's going to be exasperated and be forced to take on this new position, this new purposeful position, to highlight that, to highlight those purposes in your life, whatever house it is in your fourth house, your seventh house, family, partnerships. What is it? 10th house for your career? I don't know. That's way too much information I can't get into. Don't be sorry, Catherine. It's okay. But I just want to put that out there because to me, as an astrologer, and it's just who I am, if one person asks, I want to get into your chart. It's hard to answer individual questions in a group. I just want to put it like that. Don't be sorry, though. Don't be sorry. It's all good in the hood. Hopefully, I answered a little bit. Here's the deal. It's your time. It's your time to focus on you and to go into the purpose in which you need to go into. By the way, I always big up this book with every client that I have. Well, most clients. The North Node is awesome. And my favorite author, Jan Spiller, wrote this book called Astrology for the Soul in regards to North Nodes. If you really want to know what your North Node is about, Catherine, to fully answer your question, check her out. Check that book out, Astrology for the Soul by Jan Spiller. Read the section of North Node in Aries, and also whatever house it's in. I don't know what house it's in. You would read North Node in that particular sign of that house. But my point in saying this is that you will see what purposeful things you need to exasperate in your life now you can no longer hide from, because the North Node in Aries is in your North Node. Boom, that's it. Okay, let's keep it pushing. We have the North Node in Aries. At the same time, at the very same time, we have the Sun in Cancer, and we have Pluto going retrograde. This is going down this week. This aspect that I'm about to share with you is going down this week, okay? Which means we're going to feel it all week. I'm going to tell you where it lands specifically when I finally get into the gosh darn 30 minutes. Come on. We finally get into the week. But know that the Sun in Cancer, almost going into to Leo, is opposition Pluto in Capricorn right now. It is creating what they call in astrology a T-square to the North Node. Oh, anybody got notes? Y'all taking notes? You get that? Let me say that again. The North Node that I was just going off on in Aries has sparked a T-square. And what that means is that the North Node sitting up here is squaring both Sun in Cancer and Pluto in Capricorn, going reverse, right? And then the Sun and the Sun and Pluto is opposition. So there's the T. Here's the opposition, and then here's the square that the North Node is presenting. A T-square is very, very, very challenging, especially when we have the North Node in Aries doing its best to go, no, we're going this way. Are y'all getting what I'm saying? So the Sun is like, wait, hold on. Why we got to go this way? We can't deal with family. We can't have fun. We can't be, dealing with our past. We can't complain. We can't be in our emotions. You understand? We can't eat. Here where I'm going. And then that Sun is opposition Pluto, dealing with what? The breakdowns of society, right? Dealing with the structures that we've been dealing with. Like I've been saying over the last, since it's reversed now, went back into Capricorn, it's been dealing with the breakdown, the transition, power structures failing, even within yourself. Like you are no longer powerful in a sense based on how you were in the last couple of years. You got to find a new sense of power, a new sense of personal power. Where does that stand for you in your career, in your identity? What house is that Pluto in for you? The bottom line is this: Pluto is going against the Sun. So it's already the Sun, the vulnerable areas of who we are going against what it is and trying to create a balance that's in opposition of these structures that are falling within ourselves and have been falling within ourselves over the last several years. You dig what I'm saying? So there's a review of, do you feel powerful about that thing? I don't know. You need to shine in this way. And then all of a sudden, North Node and Aries wants to switch it up. North Node and Aries is like, fuck all of y'all. Listen, we got things to do in regards to ourselves, in regards to standing up for ourselves, in regards to being assertive. You get what I'm saying? I understand that y'all are balancing, and this is for us, and I'm speaking in the space of the North Node. I understand that the Sun and Pluto is balancing their power and their light, but at the same time, we're going somewhere differently now. We got to show the world who we really, really are. Pause. There's a sense of confusion that may come over us this week, because I felt confused just explaining that. I'm not even gonna lie. And I know a few of you may have felt the same way. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? What I'm talking about brings this up in regards to this week feeling just like that. Stay with me. Should I go to this North Node area and think about me and be self-centered? Should I look at this sun shining, telling me to be a part of my family structure, to create a new family structure? to pay attention to them, come to their rescue when they need, create these boundaries? Or Pluto saying, should I go over here and keep switching up my power, keep showing them who I really am, showing people who I am, how I'm transforming my life? That's the confusion. The confusion is these three cardinal signs, leaders, are battling in the sky. Who's going to win? Who's going to take the lead? Who's going to take the reins? Do y'all get this? Yes, yes, y'all? Please, please talk to me. I really, really need y'all to talk to me because I am feeling this as I deliver it. Okay? So it's going to come out really crazy, and I need y'all to help me. Make sure I ain't crazy. You know what I mean? Desiree says she's feeling crunchy. That North Node, that Sun, that all in Cap. Oh, Lord of mercy. Yes, you already know, Desiree. You already know. You already know. I'm so glad. Okay, I'm glad, not that you're feeling crunchy. I'm glad that you understand. Because what? That's half the motherfucking battle, right? Is the understanding and the awareness. The challenge, the confusion, the vibe for power and positioning in cardinal space is between who we are, the sun, our core self, is between the power that we hold and the structures that are falling and the systems in our businesses that are trying to tell us we ain't dope, but we are dope. That's all around us. You get what I'm saying? And balancing out that thing, I'm definitely reiterating so you can get it. Right? Balancing out that thing. But then the North Node in Aries said, fuck them all, man. We got things to do for ourselves. But at the same time, we can't leave people while we're getting a new identity of ourselves. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And that's the challenge, right? Because from my perspective and my positioning, it's not enough to give y'all this information and say, take it and run with it. Although oftentimes I may come on here and do that shit, drop a whole bunch of aspects and situations and North Node is this and blah, 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 blah. But what we have to realize is that we have to take this information and then internalize it from an individual perspective. And what that means is, what's the trauma and the shit that you're going through to help to redirect what it is that I just told you? Who's sitting next to you that's shutting this shit down, going, okay, what she's talking about, I don't know, that shit is confusing, I can't get it. Now here's the deal. I'm not trying to judge anybody judging me, because if it don't work for you, it don't work for you. But at the end of the day, are you surrounded by people and situations that are taking the light away from you for you to really see yourself in this moment in time? There's too much to talk about. Today, there's a new moon in Cancer. Let's start with the week, y'all. Y'all have any questions? I hope that makes sense. That T-square is hardcore. It's hardcore this week. But I tell you honestly, at the end of all of this, and I'm going to say, like, especially at the end of this retrograde moment, which I told you by the end of August, we will have 6 to 7 planets in retrograde. By the end of that moment, we'll start to see why we've been in this confusion. And by the way, let me reiterate, let me remind you, I should say, that the only saving grace in some kind of way that this North Node T-square with the Sun and Pluto has is Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces. So Neptune is actually agreeing with what the Sun and the Pluto wants to do. The Sun and Pluto want to do. You dig what I'm saying? Because Neptune is in Pisces. But haven't I been saying, Spirit been saying, coming out of my mouth, haven't we been saying that this Neptune has been saving our lives in Pisces? How and why? Because it's meditative, because it's imagination, because it's creative, because it's, it's spiritual, because it's internal. You understand what I'm saying? Because it looks to the words or hears the words between the words. It's that type of energy in which everything may be in front of you. And this is where it becomes difficult. Understand this. When things are in front of you and you're trying to deal, and confusing too, when you're trying to deal with things that's in face value or whatever and juggle the shit like you got 17 hands, that's when it becomes confusing. But Neptune says, yo, take a broad look, cuz. Neptune says, get higher in the sky, baby, and understand that what we are doing and what's transpiring right now is not only for your highest good, but that you have more power in it than you think. How is that? Because you can sit back and stay in meditation. Neptune, again, is about meditation, about the ethereal. As long as you are staying in prayer, as long as you are open and you are aware, and you say, please, God, keep me away from anything and everything that's not of my highest good, things will shift around you. That's the prayer. Take me away from everything that's not of my highest good, and mean it, regardless of who that includes. Because sometimes we say and we go, yeah, but not my husband. Sometimes we say and we go, yeah, but not my job. What are you doing? What are you doing? Half-ass praying? You have, if you're going to believe, if you're going to trust, you have to believe and trust thoroughly. 100. 100. Spell that, please, somebody. All right. The bottom line is you got to, Neptune says, I had y'all all this time. And there have been times where we wanted to, Neptune's positioning wanted to allow us to escape. I'm sure, I know I have a couple of moments and probably months in which you wanted to hide underneath the covers out this motherfucker. Whether that look like drinking like a lot, or sleeping a lot, or smoking a lot, or just not answering calls back for a little while, or really becoming ghost. Neptune has done that too, but in ways in which probably saved our lives and somebody's feelings. So don't judge that. Don't judge yourself. Give yourself grace. But it's saying you can't stay in that too much longer. You got to go into them prayers, because now's the real push, though. Now's the real, this T-square. Now the sun going into Leo soon. Now that North Node is in Aries. Like there's a whole fucking change that's going down, in which Neptune is like, okay, you hit out. You was hiding for a little while. Now it's time to come out and explain and to create a self-identity of what it is that you just discovered about yourself as you were hiding out, as you were changing. You need to bring that to the forefront. I'll give you an example, just like this. Maybe for the last 3 months, you've been talking to yourself going, you know, people are always talking about this and that and this. Let me give you an example. All right, let me say, people are always talking about my religious approach, my spiritual approach. And for months, maybe years, you sat back and you let people talk shit. And I mean, like when people talk shit, sometimes it's clearly humor, but sometimes it can be like these weird ass jabs that we do culturally as Black and brown people, for sure. And other people do as well. They jab you because they don't understand what you're actually doing, going through, learning or whatever. So they find a way to give you a little insult and then laugh about it. But with this new moon, good God, with this Neptune in Pisces, it says you was hiding, letting people do that shit for a little while. Now it's time to come out and go, you know what? I really don't like when you do that. I've been sitting back and I've been recognizing that Spirit gave me Buddhism for a reason. Spirit gave me Buddhism for me to keep centered and for me to keep sane and for me to keep sound. And if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, but stop talking about it. Now it's time for us to say the shit. Now it's time for us to live the shit. Why? Because the North Node popped in Aries, and North Node in Aries says, yo, we're not sitting back letting people talk shit about what we're going through and what makes us better. If they don't get it, fall the fuck off. Fall off. It's okay. No love lost. None. Does that make sense? I'm just saying. I'm trying to give y'all examples, but I can be here giving you examples forever and with everything. And again, that's going to take forever. You know what I mean? But that's that thing. Neptune says, yo, now it's time for you to come out from under the covers and to either take what you realized in your quiet time, in your covering time. We either turn that into some creativity or we speak up and say, no, y'all, this is my new identity. This is who I am. If you don't like my Buddhist ass, then fucking don't come over my house. If you don't like my friends, then don't come to my parties. If you don't like where I work, you know what I mean? You don't like my boss, then stop coming to my office parties. And stop talking about my boss. He ain't your boss. She ain't your boss. The point of the matter is that, and this is on some spiritual shit. This is a download. Is that as we're doing these changes, good God, I haven't even gotten to the week, y'all. Should I just not do the week? Should I not do the week, or should I make this an hour and a half fucking long thing? Like I said, I want to give y'all a lot because I ain't gonna be on here for 2 weeks. I just forgot where my whole thought was going. Oh, no, I didn't. Came right back. Here's the thing. Throughout this what am I saying? Confusion that I'm presenting, that T-square that I mentioned, all of these change-ups and switch-ups that are happening, right? There may be people who don't have the strength, the wherewithal, the understanding. They keep looking at things at face value, and what they're doing, they are finding it very, very difficult to create their own identity. Why? Because they follow people for so fucking long. And these will be the first people that says, no, I'm an individual. Yeah, but you dress like Madonna. You look like Sonya. You dance like your mother. You read like your father. You go to work like your grandma. I know those are weird and whack ass examples, but y'all get what I'm saying, right? Those are the people that's going to have a hard time seeing where this North Node in Aries is trying to take us. So you know what they do? Going back to my original thought 5 minutes ago, they try to poke at you and make you look like a motherfucking weirdo. No, bitch, I'm on par. You're the weirdo for wanting to pump up your ass again. And everybody been telling you that it can kill you. You're the weirdo for following the trends. You're the weirdo. You get it? The new weird is independence. The new weird is weird. Be different. Sonia, keep it going. We got a whole week to talk about. Ooh. I feel so crazy right now. I feel so crazy right now. There's some holes in this house. Okay, I need a water break. I swear, because I don't know if this is hitting. I don't know what y'all thinking. I feel so crazy because there's more to talk about. Please put your thumbs up if you like the situation. Please donate to the goddamn channel. Please laugh at me if you can. Because I feel crazy. I'm so glad y'all understand it. Please, China Wangs. Please, China Wangs. Take them notes, girl. I need to take notes for myself. I'm totally like in a whole nother space. Let's get to the week. All right. This is good, sweetie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all with it? Please hit that like button. Now, let's get to the week. With that in mind, and that's just the T-square and everything we just talked about is its own thing. This is why I feel so crunchy. Because now we're going to break it down to every day. There's some things that are going on every day that can be delightful and or challenging while we're still in this T-square situation. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Do you feel my urgency to tell you this information and to keep us on point? Questions? Anybody, please have questions. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Thank you, Desiree. Excuse me. And I'm glad it's hitting, Jamila. Jamila Mack. That sounds like a Jamila Mack. Anyway, I was about to go somewhere. Someone, you get the music out your head. Never get the music out your head. To date, the moon is in Cancer. And to date, we have a new moon in Cancer at 24 degrees. Where does that land in your particular chart? This new moon in Cancer, wherever it lands in your chart, will promote new emotional security, new connections to family, new sense of self-care. But the emotional security is the part that I really want to focus on. Because as we go through all of these changes and these T-squares and all the shit that's happening in the gosh darn universe, don't we need to feel emotionally sound? That's a question. Yes, y'all. Do y'all agree? So if we need to feel emotionally sound in what's going on, the newness of the new moon says you might have to do some other things, though. You might have to create some new ways of self-care, though. Does this make sense? What you've been leaning on before, and I'm not talking about escapisms. I'm not talking about Neptune getting high and all that shit. I'm talking about ways in which you took care of yourself before. Cancer energy is all about self-care. It's all about nurturing. It's all about nourishing, whether it's to other people or self, it's necessary. But this newness of this whole thing is like, what new ways can you create to make you feel safe and secure and sound as we go through these changes, as motherfuckers are poking you, as they're talking shit to you? Like, how should you respond? The moon is all about response. How we respond to anything is key. It's absolutely key, because how we respond creates this domino effect of other shit that happens after that you may or may not have control over. So the only thing you can have some semblance, in quotes, of control is checking out your response. And the moon in Cancer, new moon in Cancer being your response. You know what? I'm not going to respond to you talking to me that way like I used to. Meaning being sensitive and hiding in my shell, because it's a Cancer new moon. You following me? Hiding in my shell, or ignoring what you said, or again being sensitive about a situation. You know what? I'm gonna try some other shit. I'm actually not gonna tell you all the things that I'm feeling in this moment in time. Why? Because I don't know if I feel safe around you. I don't know if what I tell you, you're gonna turn around and use against me the next day. This is Cancer, new moon, emotional safety. Sometimes, and this is for everybody, not just Cancer people, I'm talking about the new moon in Cancer today. Sometimes we have to refrain from you saying certain things. Sometimes we have to refrain from saying certain things. And I know we talk about this a lot, but in regards to this particular T-square situation and everything that we're going on this week, your response and saying certain things, giving information, letting people into that soft meat of your heart that don't necessarily belong there. This ain't the week to do that. This is the week to nurture yourself and pay attention to what you're saying, because not everybody has that out for you. And at the same time, a lot of people want to bring up Cancer energy. A lot of people want to bring up past situations. Well, you used to be this. You used to be a hoe. Sonja's so stupid. You used to work at this situation. You don't want to work there no more. You used to be with Bobby. You don't want to be with Bobby no more. You want to be with Tiffany. Oh, that's what it's about now. They want to pull you into what you used to do. Cancer energy, the past, how you used to respond, to basically push you to respond that way so you don't get your lesson and you don't go where the North Node in Aries is trying to tell you to go, even though it's contrary. Squares, Cancer and Aries, are necessary. It helps us to grow. It helps us to get better. North Node, new moon. There you go. Now, also today, here's where the confusion might have landed for somebody that said this a little bit early. She woke up confused. I think it was Catherine. I may be wrong. But the bottom line is, here's part of the confusion more directly. Mercury is squaring Jupiter. Mercury, again, check out how many aspects that I'm going to run down this week. I'm going to try to do this really, really quickly, y'all, because it's already 48 minutes in and I haven't even gotten to the week. So I'm going to fly by this, okay, if you don't mind. And if you do mind, say it. Like, I just want to get a little consensus. Again, Mercury squaring Jupiter. Mercury, pay attention to Mercury's aspects, like I just said. Why? Because that's adding to the confusion. That's adding to the mental confusion of what is going on. Get this visual. If you got puppeteers around you in the universe saying, nah, bitch, go this way. Nah, motherfucker, go that way. No, go on to no. But here you are on Earth in the lower part of the vibration, in your brain going, but oh my God, what should I do? How can I think? Where's the information, the resources? Creating a whole nother layer of clouds. You're not going to get what the puppeteers in the universe is trying to do. Because you're going to be like Pigpen, like the dirty dude in Peanuts. You're going to be caught in that cloud of mental confusion. So we woke up this morning with Mercury, our mentality, right? How we think, how we process information, how we speak, how we listen, how we plan. right? All things in our head cerebral, going against Jupiter, feeling like, you know what, all the things that I say, all the things that I think, all the things that I'm planning is going up against my blessings, is going up against my evolution, is going up against my real standards and morals. Is it? Come on, y'all. Is it? Or is it the fact that you can't think clear enough in this moment in time to see what blessings actually work for you and what blessings don't? Does that make sense? Because sometimes we can get caught in our head thinking, okay, I need this water bottle. I need this crystal. I really, really do. Why, Sonia? Well, because this water bottle makes me feel X, Y, and Z. Well, but you know you can drink water with your hands for about 5 minutes until you get a new water bottle. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the puppeteers are saying. Like, hold on, we orchestrating some shit, but you won't get caught in your head about what you need and what you don't need based on who you were. Are we talking about that now? Are y'all with me? All right. Keeping it moving. That new moon in Cancer also affects Uranus. Here's the rebel. The rebel is coming out this week. It started with last week when that moon was, I think the moon sextile Uranus last week, but then the sun also either trined or sextile Uranus as well. And it is a new trend. I mean, it's the same trend this week because Uranus is like, yo, 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 yo. The puppeteers are doing this job. It's all about the switch up. It's all about the change, Uranus. It's all about the change. But more importantly, it's all about independence. And so all about doing things different. It's all about being the weirdo. And I'm saying that lightly. But what I mean is dare to be somebody who won't be liked. How about that for a motherfucking word? How many people are afraid to do some new things because they're not going to be understood? Because their mother's not going to get it. Or their husband is going to be like, oh my God, you done flipped your wig. Or because their children are going, what the hell? You with Tiffany now, Mom? Oh my God. What is wrong with me? I just had the visual of 3 kids sitting in front of their mother like, you're gay? What the fuck? Not that they're judging or anything, like, oh, we didn't know. I love it. I love life like that, man. Oh, this shit makes me laugh so much. Because why? Because Uranus is switching shit up, hitting the new moon. If the new moon in Cancer is like, yo, you take care of yourself, and Uranus is like, do the things that are weird and different in order to take care of yourself, that may just be it. That may just be it. Listen, I don't care what you do. Truthfully, it don't make me no near difference. I say celebrate it though. That's the point I'm getting to. You have to dare to be different. Y'all know I'm crazy. Y'all know I am off the motherfucking hook. I mean, that's a shocker for some kids, you know? But children love you just the same, though. They don't give a fuck at the end of the day. Okay. Anyway, today with the new moon being in Cancer, naturally, the moon is going to conjunct the sun. That's just what happens when we have a new moon. That means the moon and the sun is at the same sign and the same degree. So that means there's shine in the new. Like I put here, it's a natural situation in which the new moon is adding energy, or I should say the sun is adding energy to the new moon. The sun itself is saying yes, giving these new opportunities for new moon in Cancer to happen. Go on, do that thing. You're going to shine, is what it says. Here's Neptune coming into space. In the place, the new moon in Cancer will trine Neptune in reverse. I'm glad I put that up. Excuse me for wiping my nose, y'all. Basking in the ethereal, in the new imagination. Yo, stop sleeping on Neptune. Please stay in prayer. Stay in your imagination. Stay in things that seem a little idealistic. Not too many people deal with idealism too well, especially in these day and ages, right? Because there's too many people dying. There's a lot of just covert bullshit political things going on that wants to get you at every turn, right? And idealism almost like keeps us off of the real, keeps us off of what's happening before us. So we feel like, you know, a little vulnerable. We feel like, oh, I can't do it that way. I can't let them see me slow up. I can't let them see me in the clouds. That's what's saving us. Is the imagination, is the clouds. is the fact that we're not putting energy nor power on these little minions and motherfuckers trying to have their little power and hold on to their little billions. Ooh, that's a whole nother thought. That's a download. Okay, I'm gonna do it. There's so many people that are going to get caught as a travesty, as a casualty to these new changes that are happening. And I say prayers for them. I say prayers for them because there's a lot of people that can't afford to have this idealistic way of being. There's a lot of people that are having a hard time walking the planet, listening to what I'm saying and anybody else that's trying to give them some hope in what's going on. There's a lot of people that just are like, Sonja, bitch, look, I just need to get up at 9 o'clock, walk the dog, go to work, come home, smoke a joint, go to bed. There's a lot of people that live like that. And it keeps them stable. It keeps them sane. And it keeps them in their real because it keeps them able to operate what they can control. But trust me, y'all, there's a bigger picture. That idealism, the fantasy sometimes, the dream world that you can live in your head for just 5 minutes a day. The meditation, the Neptune shit. Look up Neptune in Pisces, please. Just Google it and see how she's saving you. Okay? Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Because today is being like really prompt. Even though Neptune is going retrograde right now, it's saying, yo, open up and see what other things you can do. Oh, this is a long ass broadcast. Lord have mercy, I'm complaining about this shit. I hope y'all not, because this is crazy. The moon is in opposition of Pluto going retrograde. Let the newness reshape how you transform and how you show up in your power. Well, we kind of already talked about that. If the sun is at an opposition in that T-square, if the sun is at an opposition of Pluto, so is the moon, because the moon and the sun is the same degrees. Remember I just said that? That naturally happens. So that means the moon is opposition Pluto too. So how we feel, there's new energy of how we feel and taking care of ourselves. New energy about the past and how we can move forward with what we've gone through with the past is affecting how we change up our power structure. Is affecting how we transform our lives, is affecting how we create new structures for ourselves. Again, I've already said this, but I have to reiterate because now the pieces of the puzzle as I go through the week is going to come together about what I was talking about on the top of this thing, here. Thank you, Desiree. Oh, she's so sweet. Is it needed? Oh, good. Okay, I'm trying to get the energy. Because why, squirrel? Why don't I eat before I come on here sometimes, y'all? You see, I have some watermelon here. I had some watermelon because I was like, you know what? I was so excited to talk to y'all. And I was like, but I'm not going to eat yet. I want to get it out. Now I'm hungry. But I'm going to go. Let's go. Tuesday. Oh, shit. We only on tomorrow. Tuesday. The moon goes into Leo, right? And there's only one aspect tomorrow. Okay, cool. Tuesday, the moon goes into Leo. And that moon will irritate the fuck out of Saturn. Going reverse. Don't let courage confuse the fact that you still need to do the work. The reason why I laugh so facetiously like that is because that moon in Leo, because I have it, will trip a motherfucker up almost all the time. Because it's so bold. That moon in Leo is like, I could do it. I could say what I want. I could do what I want. Yeah, I'm a bully. I don't care. I'm going to bully you to believe in what I believe. I don't care. I'm going to do this. That's Leo, moon, all day long. You know what I mean? Like, I have my own expectations. But why get irritated tomorrow is where I'm going. Why get irritated by the fact that Saturn is like, yeah, I know you bold and beautiful and black and brown and bodacious and got a big booty, all the bees. Bold, beautiful, black, brown booty. Right? But Saturn's like, but we still have work to do. Saturn, work, discipline, boundaries, restrictions, fear, lessons, right? It's going reverse. So that means it's spilling out. It's spilling out all the things I just listed. Fear and lessons and all of it. It's spilling it out. So the courageous little brat with high expectations in us may possibly be like, I don't give a fuck about them fears. I don't give a fuck about them lessons. Don't do that to you. Don't do that to yourself, shorty. Please don't do that to yourself. Why? Because it's an emotional reaction in which we cannot afford because there's a bigger picture. Y'all got this, right? It's a bigger picture. Please stay with me, y'all. Please stay with me. Wednesday, the moon will stay in what I say? Leo. Whew, and then here comes the brat back. The moon is going to square Jupiter. Jupiter is in Taurus, remember? And Taurus and Leo square. They're both fixed signs, 90 degrees away from each other. The moon is in Leo. It will square Jupiter. Here comes the brat blocking the blessings again. Again, your courage, your high expectations. And these are all emotional reactions to the fact that, I mean, I need better. I need different. I need more. How many of us, by show of hands or yes, y'all, honestly, have this vision of where you want to live in the next 2 years? Or have this vision of this man or this woman or this new job, or I'm picking out general subjects in which we all talk about as a society. That is my real reason, but it can fall in any place in which we have this idea of where we're going, where in this field with the moon, and specifically of where we're going. That moon in Leo on Wednesday says, I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I'm going to block all these blessings that's coming from me in a Taurus kind of way, slow and steady and methodical to get what I need. I'm tired of waiting for my man. I'm going to go hump the neighbor. That sounds like a personal situation, don't it? I'm tired of waiting for my man. I'm going to go hump the neighbor. I'm tired of waiting for this new job that I know I deserve. I'm just going to go drive Uber. I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting because I know what I deserve and I have these expectations and shit, and Jupiter ain't bringing them to me the way that I want to. Slow down, shorty. Don't do it to yourself. There's a bigger picture. Okay, so watch your reactions on that on Wednesday. Also, because that moon is squaring Uranus as well. Uranus is again forcing us, second time this week, forcing us to have rebellious changes in our lives. Again, to be the weirdest of the weird, right? And the moon in Leo is saying, I deserve X, Y, and Z. I don't want to be weird. I don't want to change what I think I know and what I feel. The brat, the courageous brat, but the brat nonetheless, because it has these expectations, moon in Leo. You get what I'm saying? Tatiana said, not the neighbor. Listen here, Linda. Listen, Linda. Girl's crazy. This must be some kind of delay up here because this is just weird. Y'all just responding to that. Okay. At the same time, the moon, Mystic, you're so damn cute. Oh, puppy's so cute. The moon in Leo is also conjuncting Mercury. That makes sense. So everything that I just said is in regards to reacting, because the moon reacts, right? An emotional knee-jerk reaction, expression. You understand what I'm saying? Emotion, right? Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, it just comes at you like that, right? Well, here we have the moon and sitting right nice next to Mercury. So not only you're going to react, you're going to think it and you're going to say it. And you're going to create the opportunities to make that shit happen. Be careful. We can be bold, Leo style. We can be courageous, Leo style. But on Wednesday, it's going to go up against these blessings that are coming Jupiter if you're not too careful. And it's going to go up against these changes that need to come down for us if you're not too careful. You understand what I'm saying? And you're like, I don't give a fuck. Mercury is in agreement with me. I'm just going to say it. That's what you want to do, boo-boo? Count to 10 before you say shit on Wednesday. This is when it starts to get a little hairy. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we start feeling this whole T-square week situation. And you don't want to say too many things that's going to, like what they say, the elders say, cut your nose off to spite your face. Please don't. On Thursday, the moon stays in Leo up until 1:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the first aspect I'm going to give you is that moon in Leo is going to quincunx Neptune. Pay attention to intuition. If spirit is spiritual's fact, it's spirit's fact. So don't get frustrated. The bottom line is that moon in Leo, again, is prompting you to feel a particular way about what it is that you deserve. And it doesn't mean that you don't deserve what you feel on Wednesday and Thursday. It means to be patient because there are other things that are taking precedence. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're not worthy of being courageous and bold, but there's a time and place for everything, you dig? And you don't want it to cut off your nose and spite your face. You don't want it to break down your Jupiter Skittles. You don't want it to break down the weirdo in you, because you have to dare to be different in order to go further in this new age in Aquarius. And you don't want it to irritate your Neptune the following day or on Thursday. You don't want it to do that, because Neptune has been saving our lives, like I just said, keeping our imagination open, right? Also on Thursday, the sun trines Neptune. There you go. So if the sun is going, yeah, boo-boo, don't respond. Just let's shine. Be vulnerable with spirit, with your inner world, to expand your imagination. And since it's retrograde, it's all going to come out. You understand what I'm saying? Be vulnerable. Be vulnerable to see the changes that are happening around you. Be vulnerable to get out of this, what I was explaining earlier, being superficial in the realist way, which is awesome. But again, time and place. If we stay in our realistic perspective, it prompts and it is activated to confuse the fuck out of us. Because everybody in this realm is fucking confused. We got to rise above it. Is the point with Neptune. So on Thursday, the sun is right nice with Neptune, reminding us to be vulnerable. Even if we want to push, be vulnerable, be open. Check out Neptune. Pray. Stay in your intuition. You get what I'm saying? Idealism. All right. Going back to that point in which you can rewind if you want to hear that again. The moon is in conjunction with Venus. Express your passion, it says. Express your passion. Okay, so how do you do that without stepping on motherfuckers' toes? Is the point. Leo style, with the moon being in Leo, conjuncting Venus in Leo. No. That's Virgo. That's Virgo. No, that's Leo. Venus is still in Leo, ain't it? Oh, Sonja. Now I'm going to want to find out. Yeah, I think Venus is still in Leo. Somebody can check me if y'all want, but I believe it is still in. Yeah, because that's a conjunction. All right. So meaning express your passion. So here's the deal. How do you do that? How do you be passionate without saying the thing and cut your nose off to spite your face? Staying with that example. Well, channel it. Leo energy is all about creativity. It's about, again, showing up, about performing. So channel it. Leo energy is about children. Put it in the kids. Put it in the kids. Put it in the creativity. Put it in some love. Put it in, going on a nice little shopping spree for yourself. Anything that stays out of the way of being in your own way. Does that make sense? Anything of staying out of the way to be in your own way. If you're going to feel the passion that can bring some flowers later. Create some shit for later. Bring joy to the children and allow them to bring joy to you right now. Okay? Okay, let's keep it going. Way too much information. Okay, that Leo moon is actually gonna sextile. Nope, that's wrong. It's going to quincunx that Pluto shit too. So there's some irritation around your power too. Listen, don't get shaken up over that. It's not about, again, it's not about what we see that we need in this moment in time and being forceful in that regard. It's about knowing what we need, about staying courageous in that shit and watching as things are shifting around you. Why you buying a house in the middle of that's a bad example. But the point of the matter is that if there's some confusions, most of the time you have to stay put. Does that make sense? When there's confusion in the air, most of the time you just have to pause for a second and let the dust settle, so to speak. And the universe is controlling the dust is the point. All around us this week. Figuring it out, pushing us where we need to push, allowing us to roll where we need to roll, keeping us stubborn where we need to be stubborn. It's an adjustment. You get what I'm saying? This makes sense, y'all? Yes, y'all. Is this thing stop? I don't know. Y'all still there? What up, Tam? Okay. So don't get caught in the whole power shift of it all and irritated by the fact, I don't feel powerful right now. You're not going to. Not to everybody else. You're not going to appear powerful to everybody else, but you got to keep the power within yourself, so to speak. That's all I'm going to say. Mars, Mars is opposition Saturn right now. Remember, Mars is in Virgo. It's opposition Saturn in Pisces, which is retrograde, right? We can be triggered by re-examining our fears, or can be motivated. Which one? Which you gonna choose? I swear to God, I want to eat this watermelon. Are you gonna be triggered, or are you gonna be motivated? Are you gonna be that motherfucker that sees the same fear that you know you have over and over and over, especially for the last 5 years or so? The same fear, I don't know, stage fright. Maybe you're gonna take that same fear, and then there's another opportunity for you to get on stage. And here comes the fear, right up your back, goddamn through your spine, through your goddamn pineal gland, all through you. Oh, I'm afraid. Or you're going to be afraid and shut that shit down and put some trauma on that thing and then self-sabotage your whole situation? Or you're going to go on stage and go, you know what? I'm very uncomfortable being up here, y'all. Be real as fuck. Fuck it. I'm very uncomfortable being here, but I'm going to push it through. Which one you going to do? That's a real question. Because Mars is the motivation. You dig? Mars opposition Saturn. Mars says, what you going to do, hammer? How you going to utilize these fears and these lessons that keep coming up for you? Are you going to move past it, or are you going to get angry by it? You going to swing on somebody, or are you going to say, you know what? You got that. I need to move in this direction. I need to study this. I need to go this way. I need to put my energy this way. You got that. You can have it. You get what I'm saying? Y'all with me? Yes, yes, y'all. Almost done. Friday, the moon in Virgo, rolling, which you will wake up. Oh, that's awesome. So we'll wake up feeling, if you really questioned yourself about that Mars opposition Saturn, which I was just explaining, on Friday, we can wake up feeling the moon in Virgo. Like, you know what? I moved in the proper space because the moon is in Virgo and Mars is in Virgo. You can break it down, express in detail if you need to, and an organization in order to move in a particular way, or why you moved in a particular way. Justify that shit. Virgo energy is really good for justifying almost anything on the planet. Them motherfuckers will make up a reason and an analytical justification for every single thing. And you look at them like, yeah, I kind of see it. And then go home and be like, that motherfucker just manipulated some words on some bullshit to make them look right. Sometimes they're right though. But the bottom line is on Friday, we'll be able to wake up and go, you know what? I get it. I did X, Y, and Z because I feel X, Y, and Z. I moved in this direction. I utilized those fears that came up yesterday and moved in this direction for a good reason. There's the justification. You'll be able to see it. That's the point. Friday, the moon is also trining Jupiter. Here we go. Bring Jupiter back in the mix, cousin, because the moon is in Virgo and Jupiter is in Taurus. That organized feel that you just had and you woke up with will give way to some skittles, some opportunities, some new standards and some new morals, some new sense of spirituality, you know, some opportunities, some blessings that can come through. Just be aware, be open, be ready for it. Also on Friday, the sun will opposition Pluto. Talked about that earlier, right? With that T square. The sun in Cancer, opposition Pluto. This is when the T square is reacting on the 20th, which is Thursday, and on Friday. Because now with that opposition on Friday, the 21st, it's going to hit that North Node in the Aries. So feel it creeping up on you around about Wednesday, Thursday, definitely Friday. What you talking about? Oh, that thing that we just took a half an hour talking about earlier in the beginning of this video. You need to check that shit out. That T square, North Node, thank you. Yep. Okay, keeping it pushing, because again, this is a lot of information. On Saturday, we walk into Leo season. Ain't that a blip? The sun goes into Leo first and foremost at 9:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, by the way. I love Leo energy, as you already know. It's a big part of me. And it's the thing. I'm not going to go ham on Leo energy right now. I will when I come back because I spent too much time talking about this other shit. But the bottom line is Leo energy, every sign gets a bad rap for whatever it is that people can't understand about that particular sign. Boom. There, I said it. People get bad rap. Situation gets bad rap because of people's lack of understanding. You dig? In any case, the sun in Leo, going in Leo on that day. The reason why Leo gets a bad rap, because Leo energy needs to shine. It needs to be out there. I asked a friend of mine the other day what things that she sees on me in regards to my Leo energy and the fact that I shine. Yes, yes, I think she was very right. And I appreciated her for that. But I also know, and not necessarily with her, but I also know that there are some people who get irritated by that shine. There are some people who get thrown off by the fact that Leo energy can be so big and gracious and generous as fuck. Like really, really generous. You'd be surprised how generous Leo energy is from the heart space. And it can borderline fairness and being just, but it only does that because their heart is so big. That Leo energy heart is so big. But people really get thrown off by that shit. Why? Because possibly maybe they don't know how to be as big and bright. Possibly maybe you know that Leo energy is loud. And to them, it's like, oh, it's too much. I mean, can't you say the same thing quieter in a few sentences? Not a whole dissertation? Maybe, maybe not. But you need Leo energy. If Leo stops shining, so does the sun. The sun is Leo's ruler. You get that? We need the sun. We need that solar energy. We need that illumination. We need the vitamins and the nutrients that comes from that person's personality to fuel the room or to fuel a relationship. Why? Because you do lack it or you don't have it like they have it. And that's the difference. Squirrel, I do this shit so we can recognize the difference of each other and appreciate it. And if you can't, quietly bow out and walk the fuck away instead of talking shit about them and making their life miserable because you don't understand it. Are you getting what I'm saying, y'all? Leo energy is bossy. Leo energy is courageous. If you want to break down some descriptions, I'm trying to go in a whole metaphysical field, but you want to break down some adjectives and characteristics, sure. Courageous and bossy and has high expectations and loves the children and is a creative person and has creative energy and has a big heart, like I said, and is a performer and is competitive. Leo energy is incredibly competitive. You understand? Leo energy is also is forthright. That's courageous. But I just heard them say, remember forthright, because Leo energy will push and it pushes. It's fire. It pushes and it pushes till it gets what it wants. It's fire. That's what fire does. It burns until it's extinguished, either by itself or by something else. That's what it does. It brings momentum. I sound a little defensive, don't I? But the reason why I'm actually saying it like that is because I need for people to understand why Leo shines like that. And when you don't have Leo energy around you, trust and believe you miss that shit. Probably for a bunch of reasons. And the top two is because you need that nutrient. And the other thing is because you'd rather have a target. You want somebody else to be a target. Be careful, Leo energies out there. Because the louder you are, sometimes you are a reason and excuse. Understand? And a target for somebody else's idiosyncrasies and complaints and misunderstandings and insecurities. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Please tell me if it doesn't. Be careful. On Saturday, when the sun goes into Leo, again, we'll talk about Leo energy when I come back from Costa Rica. When the sun goes into Leo, also on Saturday, Venus goes retrograde. Venus goes retrograde. Venus is in Leo. Remember, it goes retrograde into September 3rd. This is the time. Thank you. I'm glad it made sense. Thank you, Zoe and Kimberly. Venus going retrograde. I think we talked about this before in that retrograde special that I gave. Not special, but rundown Freestyle Friday that I did. And when all the planets that are going retrograde, we talked about Venus being one of them. Venus deals with beauty, with money, with love, with passion. Oh God, I can't wait to get my nails done. With passion. Venus deals with self-worth and value. I'm losing steam, y'all, but I'm pushing. Venus going retrograde can cause or present some type of upset or slowdown to any of those things that I just mentioned. So first and foremost, a lot of astrologers say, please don't get like facial surgeries during this time, like cosmetic surgeries, or stay away from getting big chops on your hair or different big changes on your hair. You know what I mean? Because it can kind of go haywire. But it's also about money, people holding back your coins. You know what I mean? Being misunderstandings about your money. You know, you said you're going to give me $2,000. You only gave me $2. What the fuck? You know, oh, I have to fill out some more papers in order to get that money. Like, just a delay. Retrograde, a delay. So make sure before Saturday, if there are any definitely financial information or loose ends that need to be tied, you do that thing. Because once it goes into retro until September 3rd, it may take a minute. But again, it's not no one's fault. It's the energy. So don't react and try to kill somebody because they didn't give you your $2. You understand what I mean? All right, Venus going retrograde also affects your self-worth and your value. So maybe you're sitting back thinking, I don't know, am I worthy of all of this shit? In the midst of this confusion. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And being that it's in Leo, it may bring up the brat again. It may bring up the whiner. It may bring up like, I've been doing all of this work and I'm putting a strong word on it, but that's how it feels. Right? Because when Venus goes backwards in regards to our self-worth, there's a passionate feel behind, I've been putting in time. I've been putting in money. I've been putting in investments. And why isn't anything developing the way I desire? Well, Venus is going backwards. And this ain't your world, motherfucker. This ain't your world. Things are not going to change and switch just because you want it to. Okay? Bottom line. End of that story. Okay. Also on Saturday, the moon will trine Uranus going retrograde. That's the third time Uranus been hit this week. Pay attention, cousins. Pay attention. Again, the weirdest of the weird. The weirdos need to come out. You know what I mean? Get used to the change that's happening. Sit back. Let Neptune handle that thing. Stay in your prayers and in your meditation, in your imagination, in your art world. You dig? As I mentioned, because the moon is opposition Neptune in reverse that day as well. So it's trining Uranus, promoting the change and the weirdo to continue to come out of us and being resistant on some things, being a rebel. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I like to talk about this. I don't want to be down with that group anymore. They just sitting back gossiping about some bullshit. Squirrel, I can't stand gossip, man. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know why I'm choosing this as a download, but I just want to take the opportunity to say, I can't stand petty people. And I'm getting to the point where I need to be vocal about it, more vocal about it on my daily life. Or just be that person that just walks away when they start doing that shit. Why? Because there's way too many important things that are going on in the world. There are way too many personal things that are going on in the world in people's heart for folks to be petty and to turn that petty into some negative bullshit based on their insecurities and based on their inability to understand and to learn and to grow. Stop it, y'all. Again, this is my gripe. It may have nothing to do with you, but I can't stand it because pettiness wastes time. We don't have time to shut people down and things down for our own humor. We don't have time for that. It's time to get better. It's time to love each other. It's time to bring in the compassion. It's time to celebrate each and every person, white, black, yellow, brown. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I mean that with everything in me. And it's time to start speaking up for that. I'm just saying. That's the change that Uranus is prompting. And that in all of us in some kind of way, but specifically within me, I'm just sharing my life. I need to change from petty people and petty situations that are around me because it's draining my motherfucking energy. And it's not important. I'm just saying. Thank you for the 100s. Who's that, sweetie? Yes. Yes. I mean, I'm just saying. It's just for me. This is my life. It's my channel. I'm just talking. All right. And Neptune says, yeah, let me balance that out with the moon. The moon in Virgo. By the way, the moon in Virgo prompts us to do what? to be more detailed, to be more organized, to be more critical about certain things, but also just to have, I love when the moon, this is what I love about the moon in Virgo and Virgo energy for that matter. It does have a way of keeping, definitely the moon in Virgo, keeping perspective on things. You get what I'm saying? Virgo was like, yo, because I'm looking for a reason, I'm not going to get so tied into the emotional part of it yet until I find the reason, the rationale, the logic behind this thing. You get what I'm saying? So the moon in Virgo's logic is literally opposition to Neptune, saying, let's see the logic of staying in the air. Let's see the logic of paying attention to our imagination. Let's see the logic and paying attention to our prayers. You get what I mean? Let's be organized with that shit and make sure we start doing that once a day at 5 o'clock for 5 minutes. This is the time, squirrel. And then I'm going to go to Sunday and be out. This is the time in which it will benefit us tremendously to create a prayer schedule of some sort. I know I may have said this before, but I'm telling y'all again and again and again and again, prayer is necessary. Prayer is Neptune's secret power. So as long as we are in prayer and above all this other shit, T-square shit, change shit, North Node shit, everything that wants to like take us in all of these different contrary positions, because we're fighting in a sense within ourselves. Let me reiterate that. Should we take care of our mothers and our fathers and our family? Cancer energy. Should I go forward and be the individual that I am? That North Node and Aries energy. Or should I be in this Pluto energy in Capricorn and hold my ground, create my standards, make sure the society and the environment around me is taken care of? There's the confusion. You get what I mean? We don't know which way to go oftentimes. But Neptune is like, I got you. So again, the schedule with that Sonia, I get all the planets and shit confused in my brain sometimes because I'm talking about it too much. With that moon in Virgo going against Neptune, it's like, all right, let me help you on Saturday. Let's create a schedule. Let's create a schedule that can keep your motherfucking ass sane. How about that? Can I say it like Sonia? Yes, I'm going to pull a card today, Tiffany. She's like, I just want to know if I should leave or not. I am going to pull a card. I am. You get what I'm saying? Neptune is like the moon and Virgo is like create the schedule. Stay with God. Do y'all do that? Yes, y'all? Or no? Have you fallen off? And what I mean by that, do you have a time of day in which you pray, in which you meditate, in which you connect? Do you have something like a journaling session? Do you sit out on your balcony and fucking like stare off into the trees every day? I'm just saying. Do you? This is what Neptune is saying. Like, yo, I want to help you. I really want to help you, but you're going to have to be a little diligent about this shit. You can't just like use it like, okay, let me just take a pill and do it on Monday and Tuesday and I'll be good for the rest of the week. No, you will not. Well, let me not say that. That's very irresponsible. It's not to say you won't be good, but that, excuse me for burping, but that Neptune will absolutely highlight it with some goddamn prayer and some promises from spirit. Are y'all hearing me? Okay. Come on, Tam, get back on it. I see you. Come on, Tiffany. You got to be consistent. Look, that's the Leo in me. I'm just being a little bully right now. Get on it. And here's the thing. Set yourself up for success, motherfuckers. I couldn't even get out my mouth fast enough. Set yourself up for success. Meaning, don't put an hour and a half on your schedule to meditate. That's not real if you got 7 kids and a husband. You understand what I mean? And a full-time job. Give yourself 10 minutes. Sit in the bathroom on the toilet. God is everywhere. I'm saying that to the people who think it needs to be moralistically right. You don't have to be moralistically right. All you have to do is open up and say, God, you here? I want to talk to you for a minute. Just like that. Hello? You there? This is what's going on. This is what I need to be protected by. This is how much I love you. And I thank my ancestors too. All right. You got anything else to say? Okay, cool. I'll be back tomorrow. Click. Come on, y'all. Encourage each other. Please, let's stay on this, all right? I know we are a village. I know we don't see each other and we don't know each other, but these are the opportunities in which you can put some shine out. I feel another download coming on. The reason, here it is. Fuck it. Here's the deal. Recently, an hour and a half. Good God. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. I'm going to do Sunday and I'm going to read the card and I'll be out. I had a dream once, and I think I expressed this dream before, and I really see it coming true now. Based on everything that I said today and all the things that accumulated up until this moment, can you see how this dream is coming alive? And just don't tell me just to agree. Like, really, really think about this. This dream that I had, again, I told you before a long time ago, but I'm going to tell you again, and tell me what you think, what's been going on in your life and what you see in society, if it's been transpiring. Again, if you say no, my feelings won't be hurt. I had this dream. It was at nighttime. There was a male voice behind me. I couldn't see him. It was only a male voice. And I woke up. And as I woke up in my dream, I'm kind of going above the earth. And I'm going above the earth at night. Okay, the sun's on the other side of the planet. And I'm going above the earth. And I hear this voice behind me. He's like, you see them lights? You see them lights? As I'm going above the earth. I have an astro view of all of North America and some of South America in my dream. And then nothing but lights. But then the lights turned into colors. And some of the colors were migrating to Canada. Like blue was going all the way up to Canada. Red was going down to Mexico. Yellow was going down to Florida. Green was going somewhere up to Alaska. You get the picture? All these little lights were finding their groups, finding their villages, finding their communities, finding their people. And I said, whoa, look at all of them lights. It's a party. And the voice behind me said, it's not a party. Those are people. Those are spirits, spirit of finding each other. I say that to say is that we have this forum and forums like this to find one another, to assist each other, especially as this North Node is going into Aries. It's saying be the individual and bring your information, your power, your prowess, your talents back to your group, back to your community. Make them lights bright and go to the section that's going. And here's the deal. This ain't no racial fucking dream. You get what I'm saying? These are communities of people that are doing what they set foot to do is what I got out of the dream. I said, whoa, like you had all the warriors in red, and then you had all the thinkers in white, and you had all the creatives in blue. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to mount up like that. It's not about race. It's about spirit. And when we mount up and get strong within the spiritual fortitude that is given to us within ourselves and with the tribe that we roll through, when this new age comes around, we won't have no fucking question who's who. And it won't matter oftentimes. It won't matter. That's how you exist together and be different. When you can say, oh, those are the warriors and we're the writers. We'll write what we need to write, give it to the warriors to say. You get what I'm saying? I know this seems simple, but a lot of us get lost in this shit. A lot of us get lost in this world and start to realize that maybe what I'm doing is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe as an individual, I'm not supposed to be doing this. No, you are. Whatever you feel called to doing it, you doing it. Find your motherfucking tribe. Anyway, help each other is the point. That took a lot of energy out of me. Y'all get that? Irene said, I think I'm red. That's funny. What color are y'all? Phoenix, what's your color? It's almost like I heard you say that, Irene. I don't even know you. I think I'm red. I think I don't know what color I am. I might be white or blue. And I say white like bright, like eternal. Anyway, that made me chuckle. Anyway, Sunday, the moon goes into Libra. Sunday, I'll be in Costa Rica. What's up to all of my fuckers out there? Going to the 6th annual Wordlife Astrology retreat to Costa Rica. We leaving. We out of this bitch for about a week and going into our bubble of love. And by the way, I do not post a lot until I come back. Actually, I don't post at all. Kind of slow down on posting, but especially when I'm at a retreat. So y'all get all the pictures and the information on the way back. I love being in the bubble that we are in when we get in our retreats, y'all. It's unlike anything I've ever experienced. I'm not even gonna lie. And it only takes a day to like really settle into that. And then we rely on each other. Like that fucking dream that I just had. Lord of mercy, God. Sonya, you doing your work, girl. Thank you, Sonya. I appreciate you, Sonya. Well, thank you, Sonya. I appreciate you. Well, it's all right, girl. I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. Nah. That's how I walk around my house by myself talking. Sunday, the moon and the sun gets together. The moon being in Libra and that sun being in Leo. Leo and Libra get together really nice, like. So that means shine for your partner if you can. Hook up with people and get together and share some information, right? And see how you can both get better together. Also, Sunday, that moon in Libra will irritate Saturn. You're gonna be irritated by any fears while y'all getting together trying to decide how to shine. Any fears that come up from each and every one of them. Yo, don't take things personal. Somebody else's fears is not your fears. You understand? It's like somebody telling me, I don't think you should. No one has ever told me this, by the way. I'm just putting it out there. No one has ever told me this. I don't think you should move to Belize. Or I don't think you should move to this because they have a whole bunch of bugs. Or because it's their fear. On Sunday, watch out for other people's fears irritating how you should respond and how you should go about life and how you should take care of your partner too. Okay? Just wanted to put that out there. Was my dream powerful? Thank you, Latrice. I appreciate that. Also, lastly, big one. On Sunday, Mercury is going to square Uranus. Mercury will square Uranus. That's the fourth aspect of Uranus. You see that, right? The rebel, the uniqueness, the weird, the change. Now, Mercury wants to convince Uranus that it shouldn't be a weirdo. How we think. Information that's coming in, again, people's fears and shit, coupled with Saturn, how we think, how we should process information. The information that we got, it must be false. Is it? Is it false because you don't understand it, motherfucker, or because you don't want to make the changes? I don't get that. Watch that on Sunday. Your brain could go against the changes that needs to happen. Someone's thoughts and information, Mercury, can go against the weirdo that wants to emerge. Just watch that. And don't react so much so where it throws you off, okay? Please and very please. Ooh, y'all, that's a lot. An hour and 36 minutes later, y'all ready for the... Oh, I left my phone. Where's my phone? Ooh-wee. There it is. Fell on the floor. Hold on. You have any questions? Anybody, please, now is the time. I'm not going to do any readings today, y'all. I don't have the energy. I may come back on Friday, though. I know I said the other day I won't, but I may come back on Friday. Only because it depends on how much I get done in regards to preparing for the retreat. There's so much more to do. Putting together these retreats are a lot of work. A lot of work, to be truthful with you, but it's so rewarding. It's beyond. And the last week before, I'm always like making sure all of these things are together. And to the people who come, they may think, oh, this was easy. It's like, you have no idea how much specific energy I put in each and everything that's happening. But yeah, it's a lot of work. So it depends. And if I have time on Friday, I may come and do some readings, some individual reads. But in the meantime, we're just going to pick this card real quick. Any questions? It is going to be amazing, Tam. We'll miss you. Wish you can come maybe next year. It's going to be so dope. Phoenix is going to be there. Latrice's color is green. No questions, all right? No. Let me look through here real quick. Oh, did I miss that? Oh, I answered that. Okay. All right, y'all. Here we go. Great Mother, Father, God. Exactly. Totality. By the way, squirrel, I know many, some, maybe one, may think, why do I say my prayer in silence when I do this thing? You know why? Because prayer is sacred. And this is a public forum. And it's not you, but what about the other people that don't have good intentions for Sonja or for what it is that we do? I don't want them to enter through the voice of prayer. Do y'all get that? I'm real particular. If you got it, you were supposed to. If you didn't, it's okay. It'll come back around when you need that. But that is why I don't put my prayers out publicly when I do this thing. But we got the message though. Totality. 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 I like this card. Bust this shit. That's gonna blow your head. These three women. Oh, you want to see the picture again? Hold on, let me see. Just to make sure you get a visual in your head. You pray with me, Tam? Thank you, mamas. Totality. It's three people in a trapeze act. Okay. Three women specifically, as they mentioned it. These three women are high in the air, playful and free, yet alert and interdependent. In a trapeze act, nobody can afford to be a little bit absent, even for a split second. And it is this quality of total attentiveness to the moment at hand that is represented here. This is blowing my head. I hope y'all getting it. We may feel that there are too many things to do at once, but get bogged down in trying to do a little bit here or a little bit there instead of taking one task at a time and getting on with it. Or perhaps we think our task is boring because we've forgotten that it's not what you do, but it's how you do it that matters. Developing the knack of being total and responding to whatever comes as it comes is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Taking one step through life at a time, giving each step your complete attention and energy can bring a wondrous new vitality and creativity to all that you do. Ashe, amen, aho. I say, y'all get that? We just talked about all that. And I'm going to tell you how briefly. Because of all of these things happening, the puppeteer, our changes in our moon, the new moon, the north node, all of these things that are actually conversely doing its thing, it's about being total. It's about being in the moment. It's about being aware. You can't make a decision for tomorrow with all this kind of energy happening right now. What you're going to do tomorrow based on what's happening today. Oftentimes, especially this week, is what it's portending that this week we're going to have to learn on a dime. We're going to have to be decisive. You get what I'm saying? We can't necessarily look too far in the future. We can't necessarily look too far in the past. We got to stay right here because somebody's about to reach out their hand and grab it so we can swing to the next situation, as that trapeze act illustrated. You get what I'm saying? Stay right there, like right there. And don't take nothing personal. And pray. Lord of mercy, pray. All right, y'all. I'm out of this bitch. I love y'all. Love you so much. And again, I may see you on Friday. I'm going to do my best. Even if I pop in for like 15, 20 minutes, I'm going to do my best, okay? I really, 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 really am because I'm going to miss y'all. But we are on our way. Costa Rica bound. I hope you can come with us next year. Please come with us next year. We have so much fun. We really do. And we love each other. Okay. See y'all soon. Take care of yourselves. Be well and take your time. Step by step by step. I love you. Adios.